Me.
Movie pop-up.
And seen it.
Yeah, buddy.
AKA Vanilla Sky on Twitch.
Yep.
We are here today to do another episode of SSDC Podcast and go over a couple trailers and talk about the Loki series, episode 1, which came out last Wednesday, right?
Yes,
so
man,
it
and
should be one
new, tomorrow.
Right.
Yep.
A new one should be tomorrow, which is actually pretty cool. And and we're gonna talk about Quiet Place 2. So
1 and 2.
1 and 2.
And 2. She seen it. Finally convinced me to watch this movie.
Yeah, you were real sure you wasn't gonna watch it.
I didn't want
We had to watch it together, the first one and the second one.
Yeah, well, I could not do it alone. I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't scary, spooky, demonic, nothing like that, which I can handle. I mean, which I can't handle. But this, it was just suspenseful. Like, oh my God. Like, what? Like, we'll get into it, but there were some things I just kept like, oh my gosh, like, look at it. Think about it. Look at it. Look, you know? So,
and that was my third time going to the movies to see it.
I appreciate
it. I pretty much understood what was about to happen. Yeah, no problem.
I appreciate you doing that. I definitely do. Prodigy, where you go?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Girls' night.
Again. That's fine. Again. Okay. And so.
Oh, he's back. Boo. So Cena and I went to the movie theaters yesterday to watch Quiet Place 2. And while, of course, they had the trailer.
Wait, does he not know what's going on?
Oh, he want to hang out with us. Okay.
Oh, but continue. Yes, we went to the theater.
Yes. I thought it was just gonna be us, to be honest with you, because we bought our tickets like at 3. Like 3 o'clock yesterday. And when we bought our tickets, no one was in the theater. And then when I went in and sat down, there was 2 people sitting behind me. And I ain't gonna lie, I was a little annoyed. I was like, this is a big ass theater, and you had to sit right here behind me.
Yeah, like they had to buy the tickets. They knew people had access right in front of them. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
My bad. I went and hosted a channel.
You multitasking.
It took me all the way out.
You can do that?
Well, I hosted because I'm on my phone. I don't know how to host it from the laptop, so I did it on my phone, and it took me all the way out.
Okay.
Yeah, the phone. I don't know how to do it from the computer as well, neither. So
I need to figure it out. But anyway, all right.
So you didn't hear, you were gone, I believe. So to rewind. So yesterday when we went to go see The Quiet Place 2, in the movie theater, they showed a few trailers of some movies that are coming out. Ones that we've already known about. They played an extended version of the trailers. So I wanted to show those and kind of discuss those today.
Okay.
So they played the first one we're gonna watch is the Hitman's Wife Bodyguard. The Hitman's Wife Bodyguard. Yes.
This is part 2.
Yeah. Well, yes. The Hitman's Wife is part 2. Am I saying that right?
The Hitman's Bodyguard's wife. The Hitman's Wife's bodyguard.
And the first one is called The Hitman's Bodyguard. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here we go.
Okay.
This actually comes
What's
out
up, J Flex?
this week. This actually tomorrow, the 16th. Oh yeah, this comes out tomorrow.
The Hitman's Wives. Oh yeah, because in the movie theater they were advertising. You could see it early, which was last Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, they had a special sneak preview or something that we could watch last week or whatever. So I didn't even realize. If I had known that, I would have took advantage of the sneak preview. I would have. It wasn't doing anything. So all right, here we go.
You're gonna tell us everything you know. I'm not telling you, mother.
You can electrocute him all day. It'll only make him angrier. I, on the other hand, will tell you everything.
What? Really?
Like him.
Michael Bryce was trying to put his past behind him.
You need to forget bodyguarding. Repeat after me. No bodyguarding.
No. Bodyguarding.
Then he got pulled back in.
Let's go! Jesus!
To protect this homicidal nutbag's wife.
What is he doing here? I said, can anyone but Michael Bryce?
I believe it's pronounced thank you.
In 4 days, all of Europe will burn. They're planning a full-scale cyber attack. Do not screw this up.
Oh, we are definitely gonna screw this up. I promised my therapist no bodyguarding. Let's not do that, guys. Let's just focus. I got it. No, it's fine. You guys have at it. Maybe feather the brake a bit.
I need you to protect us. We're trying to have a baby.
May God have mercy on our souls.
Now repeat after me. I'm unlicensed.
I'm unlicensed. That's terrible.
Louder.
I'm unlicensed! And I don't give a... We need guns. We need boats. And we need them. Are you ready to get your freak on? What? That came out wrong. Not together. With us. That also came out wrong.
Now let's go do what we do and blow some things up.
I would make a great mother, don't you think?
I think
would make
you,
a great
yes.
mother? Thank you. It must be your powerful asexuality that makes you such a good listener.
Can we just
I
acknowledge
think
that
more
not
feels
only
in
are
this
we
last
safe,
time.
this really feels like a new beginning.
Deadpool and oh shoot, what's Samuel L. Jackson's character? Captain. What's his name? I can't even think of his name. Well, Marvel and more Marvel.
Oh,
think of his name. Dag.
what's his name, Tony?
Oh my gosh.
And which one?
In the Marvel movies, who is he? Who is he? Oh
Who is Samuel L. Jackson in Marvel?
Oh my God.
Nick Fury.
Thank
Nick
you.
Fury.
Oh my gosh, it totally escaped me. I didn't know who he was. But
I
you know
thought
what?
you were talking about Ryan Reynolds at first. I was like,
No,
that's
Yeah, she said Deadpool.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
she said Deadpool and Nick Fury.
And Nick Fury.
you know, Morgan
But,
Freeman. Morgan Freeman's a new character in this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something, but you know what? They had a voiceover. I haven't seen voiceovers for movies in a while. Like kind of explaining, he's a troubled man, she's a troubled woman, they bring trouble together, or whatever. Like you don't typically hear of the voiceover, like in the 80s and 90s. That stuck out to me. In the 80s and 90s, they always had a person doing the voiceover for movies.
There's a black guy
that does it.
that does a lot of them. He was on. I saw him on Inside Edition.
Oh, that's really cool. What type of?
Was that a long time ago?
No, he might still do them. Like he might have did this one, but he's like she said he was big back like in the 80s and 90s. They did a lot more.
Yeah, he may do other stuff like audiobooks or something, but isn't that a nice work from home type of a job? Just record your voice.
I did see I did see somebody on TikTok that does audiobooks and stuff, voiceovers like that. He said he makes a lot of money.
Yeah,
yeah, I did see that. Mm-hmm. So I mean that's pretty good. I definitely will watch it.
I like the first one. I didn't see the first one in the movie theater, but I watch it every time it comes on TV.
Oh, it does. I don't think I've ever. I'm not gonna. I take it back. It could have came on TV.
I don't remember it. I don't remember
the first one.
Yeah,
I like Ryan Reynolds. I'm a fan of him. He's the reason I joined Facebook.
MySpace.
He's actually MySpace. He's the reason I joined MySpace because I had a friend of mine that told me all these celebrities have accounts on this thing called MySpace, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm such a fan of Ryan Reynolds. He's not with Alanis Morissette or whoever anymore. Let me be his biggest fan and get in his inbox. And so he's the reason I joined him and Vince Carter. Him and Vince Carter from the Toronto Raptors. Is why I joined MySpace.
Oh, I didn't know you liked
Really?
Vince Carter. I never really heard nobody say they like Vince Carter like that. Like, as
You
far
know,
as
he married Blake Lively. I know. I mean, 20 years later.
She said she didn't say Vince Carter, did she?
Vince Carter of the Toronto Raptors.
yeah, she said Vince Carter. That's what, I never heard
Vince
a woman
Carter.
say. I never heard a woman say they like Vince Carter. Not saying he, Paul is no homo.
Yeah.
He's unattractive. I never heard him being named like that.
I'm just saying they were my reasons for joining MySpace, so I could DM them directly. So I'm a fan of Ryan Reynolds. I feel like he's funny, and he's just gotten better over the years. So I probably will see it. I'm a fan.
Okay.
Yes, he married Serena from Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they met on
The Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. You listen for attractive dudes.
No.
He probably do.
Shut up, Jay Flick.
Mm-mm.
You know how he does it. So you want to go see it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know. Let me know if I have
I could go see that by myself. I don't need nobody to go see that with me. I could go see that by myself.
Okay.
Quiet Place, I needed somebody to go with me.
I got you. Okay. Then no problem. I think I'm gonna wait. I think I'm gonna wait for that one.
Yeah, so I wonder if that's going to be available also on streaming as well too, like HBO Max. Is there any way that we can find that out?
I don't think so. I don't remember that being.
I don't remember. Yeah, because they had a whole list of movies out, but I haven't seen anything.
Right, I haven't seen
HBO
any.
in a while.
Right, and if that's coming out in the theaters tomorrow, because usually it'll be same time. That's how The Conjuring was. Conjuring was in the theater same time as it hit HBO Max.
And I wonder if stuff is changing because the world opening back up. If HBO is not going to get, I don't know how long that contract is for them.
It's not. It says a digital release date has not yet been set for The Hitman's Wife Bodyguard.
Yeah, I do like watching stuff from home. No, I do. Even though I do like the movie experience, and I kept my AMC Stubs membership. I did read that back up, but I do like watching some stuff from home. But scary stuff, I think, is for the theater.
I thought about doing that, getting the AMC Stubs reward thing or whatever. I thought about doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Well, I did want to do Free Guy, but for whatever reason, I'm trying to download it and it's not coming out neat. It's not coming out right. So.
Okay.
Free Guy. You said Free Guy?
Free Guy.
Free Guy. So, the one with Ryan Reynolds, yeah.
Yeah, so they showed a detailed trailer of that yesterday as well, too. So that's a lot different from what I thought it was going to be. And I'm not even gonna lie, I was a little upset that I saw the trailer and got a little bit more insight on it. I rather would have wanted to get that from actually watching the movie.
Yeah.
Now, and it's like, is this
you kind of know everything that's about to happen. That's how I feel sometimes with some trailers. Yeah.
I'd
rather a teaser than a trailer.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would not have wanted to know that. So All right. So Teresa, seen it? You ready? I'm like so excited to talk about this.
Oh yeah. So
I was the main one that was like, nope, ain't doing it, ain't having it. Nope.
Is it so? Let me ask this: is it the anxiety of waiting for something to happen and how your heart flutters? That's the kind of stuff you can't take?
I can't take it no more.
Okay, understood.
I can't take it no more.
We're talking about Quiet Place 2, right?
No, we're just talking about Quiet Place in general. It's just the suspense. I can't deal with the suspense anymore.
Okay.
That's why.
So you used to be able to do it. You used to be able to watch suspenseful movies or thrillers. Okay. All right, understood. Okay.
Yeah, I used to. So I mean, I can. I mean, as you can see, I will watch it and I will push through, but somebody definitely gotta be with me. It's not something I can be like sit by myself. Let me sit here and watch it. I can't.
Okay.
I don't know why. And also too, like those heart-wrenching movies, those sad, happy love movies that like The Notebook and things like that. Like I never watch it because I don't want to cry. I will cry. Prodigy. Did I not boo-hoo cry for
yes.
Endgame
Twice.
the second time watching it?
The second time around. So did I.
Why? Because
who cried?
Because of Stark? Okay.
Yeah, the first time I watched it, I didn't cry. But the second time I was like, and he goes, Prodigy, he was like, you need some tissue? Yeah.
Oh my God.
I had real tears, like.
Yep, and Snap was asleep in the middle.
You had dust in your eyes, Jay Flick. Yeah. All right,
so Quiet Place 2 will be put out for digital release 45 days after it came out. So it came out on what day was it?
It was the end of May. I can tell you the dates I saw it. I saw it May 25th.
Yep, March the 8th.
June 11th, and I think June 6th.
Yeah, May 28th is when it got released. Yep.
So wait a minute, you seen it 4 times?
Seen it 3 times.
So we saw it yesterday. That was the 14th. That was 3.
And you still enjoyed it the third time?
I did, because you know what? Yeah, yep, 3 times. Because I went by myself. I took my nieces, and then we went together. Cause I was like, I want to see it. I want to see it now. I want to see it immediately, and so that's why I did enjoy it each time. The acting in the second one, just like in the first one, it's so good, and you feel for each character. You like each character. I'm thinking every scene, everyone is about to cry. That's how I feel like in every scene, because it's nobody knows what they're going to do next, and it's such a helpless world. It's like, oh Lord. But it's good. It's good. I'm not going to see it anymore in the theaters, but I pretty much understand the movie now, though. I can talk anything about it. I know it back and front right now, and it was really good. It's just well written. It's well directed. When we pop up, if you have the clip queued up, John Krasinski talks about how, he's talked about this a lot, about how he didn't want to do a second one. But then he goes into talking about how he, was all good to go with these other directors. But he was just asked to do an outline of how he wanted the movie to be. And so when he was doing the outline, he was just like,
did I put a child
damn.
under 6 years old?
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. No, because that's fine.
I didn't know it was gonna pop right up. I'm sorry, that's my fault.
Yeah, okay. I get that, James. I would like to know where they came from too.
What, the aliens? No, they don't even
they didn't touch on that at all.
They're just from the sky. Well, you can pull it up, then movie pop up. It just talks about how how it came from just him writing out the outline to, oh damn, I'm about to make this movie. It came from him doing the outline because he didn't want to do it.
All right, so wait a minute. I'm gonna have to fast forward. You said for 39 seconds, correct?
Mm-hmm. That's when.
All right, so give me a second. I'm gonna have to, it's gonna come up, and I'm gonna have to. Well, we're gonna do it from here.
That's fine.
That scared the shit out of me right
there. I got into the sequel world by saying I didn't want to do it. There was an immediate response from the studio that they wanted a sequel. And I think I realized in the process that I am an audience member first before I was a writer, director, or actor in the movie. And as the audience member, I've always been weary of sequels. Why would you do another one when the first one was so good? How are you going to expand the world? I had all those same questions. I had no intention of doing it. I told them to find another writer, director. And while they were sort of contemplating that, I had this tiny idea. My producing partner on the movie, Andrew Form, said, well, can you just write out an outline to give to any writer, director we hire? And I said, yeah, sure, no problem. And as I was writing the outline, I was halfway through it typing, and I went, damn it, I'm directing this movie. If I could continue the metaphor of the first movie, if I could continue the themes and pick up right where we left off, I could actually tell a continuation story of the first movie. And that's what it became for me. The key for me, my in as a writer and as a director for it, was making Millie the lead of the movie.
You can cut it from here, because he talks about
two things happen. One, you engage one of the most talented actresses I've ever worked with. But much more than that, thematically, she opened all and unlocked all these themes and metaphors that I was dealing with in the first movie. And so the beginning of our movie takes.
Yeah. So, and then he goes into how he decided to have her being the lead. And it was very natural how that happened, because you saw how she was in the first movie, and then how she was just like, Dad, why can't I come too? Why can't you take me and Marcus to go fishing or whatever it was? She wanted to, I guess, help out. And so you see that same type of spirit go into the second one. So that was really good. So she was the lead. Like, the kids really took over this movie. Everybody had their thing. Cillian Murphy and also Emily Blunt, their characters. Even the baby. Oh my gosh, movie pop-up did not like that baby. Throughout the whole movie, it's like, this damn baby keeps crying. And I get that. But everybody had their place, and it was really just well directed. You can tell Krasinski, he takes his time when he's directing. He does not leave anything up in the air as far as moving from one scene to the next. And it is a straight continuation. It's the very next day. I liked how
it's the same day. It's the same moment, right?
Yeah,
I'm watching it right now.
Okay. It's right after that scene. When Emily Blunt shoots the alien that comes into the basement.
One question I did ask: once she shot at the Quiet Place 1 and she killed the alien at the end, on the camera they did show multiple creatures running to the house. Right. So what I was trying to pay is, so when the Quiet Place 2 picked up, and it picked up right there at it, I was trying to see, well, did they go through a shootout, or did they go through?
Oh.
And maybe they did, because I feel like when the daughter went back downstairs to get stuff, I feel like I saw more than one creature dead.
Yeah. Well, we saw some body parts on the steps. I mean, it could have been anything. Yeah. So, yep.
Yeah. So, for me, I was very upset with them as the adults.
Oh no.
As parents having a baby in a situation like that. I was very upset with them. I thought it was very selfish and inconsiderate.
Ooh. Wow.
Yes. I didn't like it. I didn't appreciate it. And as a kid, I'd be mad as hell.
Like, you brought me into this world.
No, yes, you brought me into this world, but when I meant that as the kids, that the teenagers that they have, you know, we already got this problem. We're already living the way that we're living, and we're coping with this. You can go up and have a baby that cries.
Yeah, this is
because the wind blows.
But they engineered it so that the bassinet could hold the baby. And they, but then you got to worry about supplies and oxygen and that kind of thing. So I don't know. I feel like this would be I would want to give up. I don't know. It seems like a lot of pressure.
I'm caught up.
You caught up just that fast?
Yep.
So what did you think, DJ Prodigy?
One and two. What I could see, the transition was definitely good. I get the transition. I did like the lead character. I'm glad that he was somebody that they knew, that knew the father.
Yeah.
So that made it, I guess, like kind of closeness that he would look out for them. It looks like it's a very lot of suspense scenes with the kids locking themselves in the bunker, and the boy stumbling over the mother's or the wife's dead body and all that type of stuff. I'm sure that stuff was real suspenseful. I'm sure that stuff was.
It was.
And then the whole island part was pretty cool too. And then until the monster floated over there, I'm sure that scene was probably crazy too, with the monster killing half the people on the island, and the leader too, which they were safe into that. I mean, that's just, I guess you won't think of this thing floating over there.
Right.
I wish I could have saw exactly how it floated over there, but
you got the gist of it though. But Cillian Murphy was not he was not for them initially.
Yeah.
He told them that they were gonna have to go because he did not have enough food and water. He eventually came around, but initially
I think essentially for him, he gave up. He gave up
He did.
The wife asked him. She was like, "All those nights that we lit the fire, did you not come looking for us?" And he was like, "No." And I understood what he was going through, what he was experiencing. Because then it got to the point people are in survival mode and they're doing and attacking with everything. So you don't know what you're walking into.
That's true. And you don't know if you're going to be taken advantage of, if you're going to be killed for supplies and that kind of thing. Because I think you mentioned a couple times the Walking Dead sort of thing, and people want supplies and everybody's out for themselves, which brings up the people that were kind of in the middle of the movie.
Yeah, they tried.
Yeah.
They made all that noise for the monsters to come to get them.
Right. And so the people's skin it looked like it was deteriorating or something, like they were really badly sunburned. In movie pop up,
they had kilo skin. You know, kilo skin, the way it heals over, it kind of like.
So you said that's like maybe they're cannibals or something. So when humans eat humans, their skin turns to sunburn.
I don't know about all that.
No, I don't know. That was just like the only thing. It didn't look like they was burned. It didn't look like I don't know. That was like the only logical thing that I could come up with for that situation. And maybe they look at it like this: if a group of us, we're not going to eat your whole entire body, so we're going to eat a portion of you, and a portion of you, and a portion of you. So that's I don't know. Okay. I could be wrong. That's just how.
No, but that was a good point, because that didn't even dawn on me. I thought maybe they were just like really sick. But then when they were trying to take Reagan on the dock, I don't know if they were trying to make them her queen, or they were going to probably rape her or eat her. I didn't even necessarily think cannibalism. I just thought they were going to rape her or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably there was a lot of things, because it's probably like not a lot of animals there too. If they eating humans, I'm sure they eating animals too.
Yeah.
So one thing about Lee, the husband, what's the name? Jim Korosky?
Or John Krasinski.
John. I put Jim from The Office.
Jimmy the Jew.
Oh, sacrifice her to the alien. Okay. They're trying to sacrifice her to the alien. Let me put that up there. Maybe. I don't know. It wasn't clear, so that could have been it too.
Yeah. So one thing that they said about with his character name was Lee. He seemed very intelligent, very smart. I kind of wanted to know in Quiet Place to get an idea of what he did, because he was extremely resourceful. He walked around with that knife. So I don't know if they was in the military before, if he was a SEALs or a Ranger or something, or if he was. I don't know if he was a cop, because in the beginning of the movie, when the things was beginning to happen, he saw the cop pull up, and the cop got up and walked right to him and was kind of like freely giving him information as if they worked together. So, but from Quiet Place 1, the way they had it set up, you know, they had the bunker under the ground for where they go to in case the baby cried. They had the basket for the baby. They had a whole system going on at night. You know, we'll light this fire to show everybody we're okay. And then they also had, he was smart enough to be like, no, we can't wear shoes. We have to wear no shoes. Also,
it is more quiet. It is more quiet to have no shoes and walk on the sand.
Yeah, we picked up on that yesterday.
Yeah, we saw people with shoes on and you hear a little clickety clack. Yeah. So.
Yeah. And I thought it was extremely significant how they had the light system. I'm talking about Quiet Place 1, how they had the light system. At night, it was a regular lights, but if there was an issue, the red lights.
Right.
Yeah, it changed.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, it was the way he was working things out and trying to do stuff. I really saw that. I didn't understand why he wouldn't let. Maybe I don't know if it was the kids, but it was definitely the daughter. Why he wouldn't let the daughter downstairs in that part of the bunker.
It could have been
she was down there 2 to 3 minutes and she figured it out like that.
It could have been because he was working on the thing for her ear. He may have wanted it to be a surprise, or maybe he didn't want her messing around with the stuff too much because he had everything situated. They don't really explain that, but I just assume it was because he was always working on it, because it wasn't until the end of the movie when she went down there and she saw that he'd been tinkering with all these different hearing aids. And I was just like, he did all that for me. So, I mean, that was at the end, but Yeah. So it could have been any reason.
So for me, the first movie, the issue for me for the first movie was the nail.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That nail bothered me some kind of bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second movie was definitely the baby.
The baby, not the little boy getting caught.
Gotta have the baby.
No. That bear trap. I'm telling you, the first time I saw it, that bear trap, that little boy, he made me want to cry. That was hard.
Yeah, that was crazy. So what? It didn't hurt. It didn't hurt him that bad after they took it out. It wasn't like.
No, it just didn't go.
No, it didn't go to the bone.
It hurt like hell though.
It definitely hurt like hell because he was running. He fell. He was totally fine, and he looked around like, "What is that?" And he saw it. He was like,
"You know how it is when you get yourself, and then you see the blood, and then it's like, then the pain like rushes to you.
Gotcha.
And that's how it helped. That's how it happened for him."
And as a mom, she was like, she tried to stop him first, and after she was like, "Let it out, let it out."
Was just like he was screaming. She's like, "Baby, no." And then that made the baby cry. So they got to put the baby in the box with the oxygen. And it was just a whole lot of stuff. Yeah. I felt like the second one was more tense.
Yeah.
But I did like how they would have everyone going through their certain situation and it reaching everyone's situation reached the climax at the exact same time. And so you don't have to go to one scene, reach the climax, go to one scene, take it slow, reach it. You're doing it at the same time. So your heart doesn't even have a moment to just chill and go back down.
All three segments, I guess you could say.
Yeah, just like everybody doing something at the same time.
At the same time.
Yeah.
I
really like how they did that.
I didn't like how they, when they got to, I guess, with the, I don't know who the guy is for the guy in the second movie.
Cillian Murphy, their neighbor.
Yeah. When they got to him, he clearly saw them.
Mm-hmm. But he
clearly saw them.
But then
all the traps and be like, I was mad about the bear trap. He could have warned them. He could have.
How could he have warned them?
The way he was, he could have did like this.
I don't know if they would have noticed him because it looked like he was high up because he had that sniper. He was on that sniper joint. So I don't know. And then he can't yell. So maybe, I don't know how he would have
shoot off on the side. Like I don't know.
Because, but then the shot brings the monster.
I agree. He could have did something.
Yeah.
So what y'all give?
I don't know, balloons.
No, not balloons. He could have.
Right. Yeah, the shots to bring the aliens in.
No, but at that point, Jay Flitz, at that point when they was running, the aliens were already on their way. So it wasn't like they're coming.
That's fine. Because they had the ching-a-ling-a-ling from the bottles. So
yeah,
and then the boy screaming from the bear trap. So
yeah. he could avoid him with the bear trap. So I thought I have always thought especially if your foot get caught in a bear trap, you're dead. I mean, not you're dead, but you got to cut your foot off. So in my mind, I was like, oh my gosh, he's going to have to get his foot cut off. Like, what? Why? Yeah. So that would maybe even matter. So I'm thankful and grateful that in this movie, he didn't have to, but.
Yeah, because he's all about survival. Cillian Murphy's character at that point, he lost his wife and his I don't know if he has one. I know he definitely
his wife and his kids to the
I think he said he lost his kids on day one.
Yep, day one. And then he lost his wife. It's like 11 weeks prior to the whatever time we're in.
How about
it's 2020. The year 2020 that we're in this movie.
Yeah.
So we're already quarantined. They knew something in 2018. We're like, something's gonna happen in 2020. I don't know what it is. It's aliens or something, but we're not going to be around other people. There it is.
I'd rather have COVID than those monsters.
I concur.
Hey, Diva. What's up, little sis?
Diva. Hey, Diva. So, I understand Reagan's. So, I was a little upset with Reagan, too, when she left and she went off. They could have went together. And the reason why I felt they could have went together, I felt as a parent, it seems as though to me that the mom, if Reagan had told the mom what her plan was and what she was thinking and what she had in mind, I feel like as a mother, the relationship that the mother has with the kids, she listens to the kids and listen and take heart to what they're saying and support them. So the fact that the guy was like, y'all got to be going tomorrow morning. Reagan could have been like, all right, well, we got to leave. Where are we going to go?
They can't. Go to the island. They couldn't go nowhere. They couldn't go anywhere. Marcus, his foot from that bear trap. They couldn't go anywhere. And then she's still reeling off of her nailed foot. So I don't know. I honestly don't know how far the nailed foot could go. And then she just had a baby the day before. It's just
you're right.
The rest.
You're right.
She never really got a chance to rest.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah.
I'm still mad that she was pregnant with a damn baby.
See, that's the thing. Yeah.
Are y'all looking forward to a part 3?
I heard they're gonna do a part 3. I don't know.
Yeah, it said 2023.
I don't know from what perspective. Like, are they gonna stay? But I don't know if they'll stay with the family. Are they gonna go to like the military base? Are they gonna follow?
What military base?
Well, in the movie they talked about when Lee asked Cillian Murphy, "Hey, do you know if anything's going on at the base?" That's the only reason I know that there's a military base, or like because he asked, "Was there training or something going on?"
But that was at the beginning. That was day 1. This was
right. And so I'm thinking, is it going to be what happened?
What happened with the military side? On the military side of it,
yeah. With these characters, we'll retire these characters.
I'm spitballing. Yeah. I have no idea.
I get
I don't
it.
think they can go back.
I mean, well, honestly, technically, they kind of maybe somewhat probably have another story because if the way this movie picked up right at the end of it, okay. Just let's say hypothetically, part 3 could pick up at the end of it. They got to go back. I know that she's going to want to go back to get her mom and her brother, her siblings.
Oh, they're going to be too old by then. I have to say that I like that they did not de-age these kids. They look older. You look at 1 and 2, that little boy he's probably 9 in the first one. He's 14 in this one or something. Well, he looks it. He's taller. His whole voice is cracking when he's screaming. He's not a little kid anymore. I don't know if they could stay with those kids.
I'm not gonna lie, this movie has made me want a bunker. Today I Googled looking into a bunker.
Mm-hmm.
Like God bless me and I'm gonna get one.
Not a panic room.
We don't need bunkers. We all going to Jay Flick's house.
No, I'm definitely not going to no Jay Flick's house.
Jay Flick said we all go to his house. He
for the bunker?
Yep, he's getting a bunker, and we all come to his house. He's going to cook for us every day.
Oh. No, I'm definitely not invited.
The apocalypse. I'm ready for the apocalypse. Then
I want my own.
Thank you, Jay Flicks. All right, so what you guys give? What do you guys give in the movie?
An 8.
I give it a 9. All the glasses.
I'm torn. Yeah, all glasses of wine.
All of it. It was good. The acting was good. They had Marco Beltrami with the score. It was just good and just building up. It was just so tense. You could feel it. The music when it bear chat, and then that's how the music built up to it. It was.
I'm gonna give it a 7 because I don't feel the suspense.
Yeah, when you see it, you'll feel it. You'll feel it.
I knew Stephanie was going to say something.
I didn't say anything.
I knew you saw you.
But it was good. The acting, everything was good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're not going to talk too much about it.
Sign language.
I know what dive means.
Dive.
Okay, so we got.
If I ain't learned anything, I learned what dive means.
We got 3 8s. We got 3 8s, including Jay Flicks, and 1 7. So,
a 9.
Oh, he did see it.
I'm a 9.
Are you a 9? Sorry, 2 8s, a 9, and a 7. We're talking about Quiet Place 2, Diva 929. Quiet Place 2.
Yep.
So if you have not seen it,
I recommend.
You haven't missed anything then.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I did
do. About to talk about Loki though.
Yeah, and I did do if you haven't watched the first Quiet Place,
okay.
I did a recording with my nieces on the SoundCloud channel with us watching it. This was like a few weeks ago because we hadn't seen it for a while and just talking about it. So if you want to hear some young people comment on a movie, you can go to SoundCloud and push play when we push play and watch it. Be like somebody's watching with you.
That was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. This one, it was definitely suspenseful. I was definitely jumping all over the place.
And you hit me. You hit me.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You got scared. He like,
Apologize.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Violence at the movie theater will not be tolerated.
Oh, sorry, J Flitz. I got this. That's what you hear.
Clip of my Nancy.
All right, so
sorry.
Anything else on Quiet Place?
No, it was good. It's definitely worth watching it. I really enjoyed it. It was extremely good. I wouldn't mind watching it again.
All righty. Well, that wraps up Quiet Place 2. We'll be looking forward to Quiet Place 3 in maybe 2 more years, and any other movies that, what's his name again?
John Krasinski.
John Krasinski does, because so far he's doing a good job.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Have you ever seen his other movie? One of his other movies, 13 Hours. 13 Hours was awesome. I don't know if he directs it, but when I saw, to me, it was Jim from The Office and then 13 Hours. It was like totally night and day. Like this cannot be the same actor. He like had so much range. And then the movie was his role. He was very good in the movie. And then he did Jack Ryan, which was almost somewhat like 13 Hours, a step down, but Jack Ryan was real good too. So he definitely has some range, and he's definitely one of the. I think him and his wife will be a great power couple in the movie industry.
Yeah,
and he's definitely a one person to definitely watch out for. He's an A-lister for me.
Okay, so we're going to move from one A-lister to a A-lister in his own mind, and that's Loki.
Yeah, what a segue! An A-lister trickster. I like it.
In his own mind.
In his own mind, he's an A-lister.
Yeah, he is.
So, let me get this real quick. Loki premiered. It was supposed to come out last September.
I didn't know that.
But because of COVID, everything got pushed back. It premiered on June 9th, which was last week. It is 6 episodes long, and it is part of the Phase 4 of the MCU. And a second season is already in development.
What?
Really?
And that means I know they're not going to close it out. Okay.
You're right. Well, if after we talk about episode 1, we probably can sense why. If you remember them talking about how I don't think he can go back to his timeline. So he might be stuck with them if he works out as far as helping them. That's what I'm guessing.
What?
I think at some point they may push him back in his timeline. Maybe next season. I don't know.
Right. That might be the second season. Somehow they figure out to get him back. But
why do y'all say that? Because let's talk about it. Cause I have questions.
All right. Well,
I don't think so, J Flex. Well, you know what? I don't know. I take it back. Maybe so. I take it back.
See what Jay said. Okay, so in the beginning, Loki is arrested by the Time Variance Authority, which is TVA, and because he created his own timeline after the Battle of New York in 2012. So this is the 2012 Loki, not the Loki of Endgame that we all, I guess, care about a little bit more. This is the one that no one likes.
I still like this Loki. Well, so, I do got a question already.
He killed people.
No, you good.
He's a murderer.
My question already is the TVA. So they know everything that's going to happen. Apparently, they're God. They know everything's going to happen. So wouldn't they know if Loki is going to steal this the Tesseract and create a new timeline? Wouldn't they know that?
I don't remember 100% sure if they knew the future though.
Yeah, they understood everything that was going on. They got it.
Yeah, but I don't remember them saying. I don't remember
they know that Loki dies.
Yeah, but that's from a timeline though. That was supposed to already. That was another timeline.
I don't know what's going on.
That was his timeline. His timeline had already completed, so they had that information. So this was when they went back in time, the Avengers, and did what they did. That Loki timeline had already been completed.
Like so the reason why I say that is so when at some point in time Loki has a conversation, and I may be jumping ahead of what you saying, what you plan was, and I apologize.
No, I had no plan. I was just talking.
When they had a conversation when he was talking to the judge, let's say whoever she was, when he was talking to the judge and he brought up the Avengers going back and doing whatever they was doing, she said, but that was already written. We already knew that was going to happen. So if you knew that the original was going to go back and get the Tesseract or make some type of attempt, you should have known that there was going to be some issues. You should have known that Loki was possibly going to get the Tesseract and create a new timeline. Or am I looking at that?
But maybe they didn't know he was going to do that because like you said, the Avengers part was already planned out. Loki being Loki did something totally different than what they was expecting.
Okay, I'm going to agree to disagree with that. I don't agree with that. Because if you knew that they were going to go back to 2012 and then essentially have to go back to the 70s to get the Tesseract, what happened right there?
Well, okay, so James said the guy said we knew you was going to do that. So you're saying if they knew they were going to do that, why didn't they stop it before it happened? So how were they supposed to stop it from happening?
The same way they came and picked them up from the desert.
Yeah. So they were going to interrupt the whole Avengers thing and stop them while Tony and them was fighting over Tony being on the ground, and they were going to just jump in and get him. Then is what you're saying? I'm just trying to think how would those time people popped out of nowhere in the middle of the world and just started and got him. That's all I'm trying to say.
So I guess your point is they had
to wait for him to do it, I guess.
Okay.
Like they did.
All right. I'll accept that better. I'll accept that answer better. And what did they do? Because what would they have to do? Pop up and then possibly do like the MIB, put the sunglasses on.
Right. Yeah, because the Avengers would have had questions too, like who are these guys, and they might have started fighting them for all we know.
True. Okay.
I mean, but that's a good question. That's why we have these type of discussions, because that's probably what would have happened if they popped out of nowhere trying to capture Loki, because they don't know who they is. So I get it. They even say he tricked the system basically. Jay Flick said to fix the wrinkle, they had to pick him up. So yes, that's definitely why they capture him, because he started his own wrinkle.
Then to fix the wrinkle, then that possibly will probably put him back in his timeline, right?
Right, but I remember him saying something about him not being able to go back to that timeline.
Okay.
Who said that? Was it Owen Wilson that was saying?
Yeah, Owen Wilson.
Okay, because then, I liked how because I didn't like this Loki coming in. He's a murderer, boom. But when he went through and he was able to see everything that happened, so he saw, the Black Elves kill his mom. He saw everything that I guess he saw everything that happened in Thor Ragnarok, and just how he evolved. And so the Loki now is similar to the Loki that people like now. He even saw his death. That reminded me of Scrooge immediately. Like, y'all remember Scrooge when he saw the 3 ghosts and everything, and he saw his death, and he's just then he changed. So I'm thinking him seeing his death, everything else, and then him seeing his death makes him like, well, dang, I have to not be a murderer anymore.
So you think, so at the point where you say you didn't like this Loki, he's a murderer. That's still where you are at the 2012, when they first captured him, the 2012 Loki. But after he goes through the TVA and he sees his timeline, what actually happened, and he has remorse and a change of heart, you're okay with that Loki?
He's a murderer, but he is a murderer with a heart of gold.
But technically, so I mean, if we think about this, if we take Loki out of this show, Loki, and we're still in the Marvel timeline that we have all seen in these movies, technically, when we get to Infinity Wars or Ragnarok, he's a murderer then too. So
yeah, he is.
So did you not like? You still don't like him at all? Wait,
I don't like him. He is a murderer. He murdered all those people.
I did not know that you did not like.
If he can redeem himself, cool, but he can't bring those people back.
So even though he redeemed himself, I just didn't know that you didn't like Loki. I didn't know that.
He's a murderer. Do you
I'm not saying he's not a murderer. I'm not saying that. I feel your hatred coming through at this moment. I didn't feel it in Ragnarok or Infinity Wars or any other movie that he was in. That's all that I'm saying.
He was straight up the villain and kill people. He wasn't a villain like WandaVision, where she mistakenly, killed some people. I think that was in Civil War. She didn't mean to, but yeah, Loki was for dominance and stuff like that. Like, he may have had a change of heart now, but nah.
Yeah,
I think what he's trying to do better, redeem himself, and that's cool. But
no, I just never knew that. I get what you're saying. I could see it from that perspective, but I like Loki. I guess because he tried to redeem him. He did, to me, he redeemed himself.
Because he's charming.
He what?
He's charming. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I forgot. We're still talking. All right, my bad. I'm back in it.
Yeah.
No, you're fine. So yes, she said Loki blames the Avengers for creating this whole situation in the first place. And then as you remember, he did escape for a little bit. He took the little buzzer thing from Morpheus, and he saw the drawer full of Infinity Stones that were just sitting there, and like crazy. And the guy was like, "Well, we're just using some of these stones are being used as paperweights, and paperweights, and
that. So the stones have no meaning in this realm. Wherever
they have no power at all." Because he asked him, he was like, "You didn't try to use the Tesseract?" And he was like, "Yeah, I've been trying the whole time, but it wasn't working." Because wherever they are, the type of, like you said, the space they in is nothing. It's not a part of the other world that they're part of now. And definitely it's interesting to hear more about these time guys, the Celestials, and I'm sure some of this might come to play with what's the other movie coming out, Eternals?
Yeah,
might give us some stuff with that too.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys gave me some like, I know nothing of the Eternals though, but I don't know what you were watching, or maybe somebody actually told me like of the history of the Eternals, or like how they pretty much created all of this, the universe or whatever, the multiverse and everything.
Well, that was Celestial. The Celestials did that. The Quill's father.
Quill's father, right?
Yeah.
Carlos' father.
And and a whole bunch of other guys. Huh?
That was 3 of them, right?
No. That the timekeepers are 3. The guy, the Celestials, it's about, when they show them in the movies, it's like 3 or 4. It's like not 3 or 4. It's like 4 or 5 of them. It's a couple of them.
One of them. So Quill's father is like 4 or 5 of them.
Well, yeah, Quill's father is one of them. And then remember the space in Guardians of the Galaxy, the head they flew in the first movie, the big space head that was just sitting in space, and they went in and they went to get the not Tesseract, but the gem that they went to get, the first gem, their gem, I forgot.
Is that the one that Benicio del Toro had?
Yes. Remember the little, it was like a bar and like a nightclub and all that type of stuff. It was inside of a dead Celestial's head.
Oh.
Next time you watch the movie, you see them flying into the head. It's like sitting in the middle of space, just floating in space, and people just went inside of it and created.
Is that big?
Yes, it's that big.
Yeah, I now remember the lady in gold. That was like at the end of one of the movies. I thought something was going to be
2. That was a Guardians.
I thought something was going to come back with that. I was like, "Ooh, who are these gold people?" I thought.
Yeah, see, nothing came out of that yet. But I think what Jay Fix is saying too, I think she's going to play a role in the next Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
Yes, if she creates Adam. So if they do, that's a whole nother thing. We're not gonna get into Adam today. We won't get into Adam today.
Yeah, because she actually created it in the second. She actually did create him, right? In the second movie, right?
Right. And he's another strong mutant, I say mutant, but character that can wield the Infinity Stones as well. He can control the gauntlet and all that. Like the gauntlet, like he can hold the gauntlet. Like everybody can't use the gauntlet.
So excuse me, Thanos. Then who's Thanos? Because the reason why I think we're definitely jumping off subject, but okay, that's what. But in Loki, when they was talking about the 3 time people, they kind of look like Thanos.
Yeah, but they're not. They're not.
Oh, go ahead.
Thanos is a deviant. The Eternals is the Eternals, the deviants, and then the humans. And the Celestials made all of them. The deviants look like Thanos, and then the Eternals look like what the Eternals look like, and then you got us.
People.
Yes.
Okay.
Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? J Flix, am I right? And then somehow Thanos was a deviant, but he wasn't raised by deviants. He was raised by I want to say J Flix. I think I'm right. He was raised by Eternals.
I don't know.
But they didn't like how he looked and all that. So that gave that he was shunned a lot when he was young.
Loki?
No, Thanos.
Oh.
Yeah, J Flix said I'm right. Okay.
Okay.
I just want to make sure. I know J Flix knows a lot about this.
Okay.
But yeah, we way off talking. But yeah, Celestials. Maybe
we should just have a Marvel conversation. Do a whole episode of Marvel to explain things.
We can.
Yeah, because I don't know nothing about that.
J Flix. We can put J Flix on here. He can get.
I would like that because
that'd be cool. Yes.
I need some explanations on deviants and Celestials. Because you said Celestials, I think.
Right. And what we could do is we can get J Flix on here and we can watch a video like what y'all doing with the trailers and probably watch it together find a quick video on what the history of it.
I see it.
The Celestials in this.
You see this? You look at the space, the head.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said,
"What was born on Saturn's moon,
it's
Titan,
called Nowhere.
Eternal, Allah,
the head of an ancient being." Okay, I never knew that.
Yeah, that head is a dead celestial.
Okay.
So it's that big.
Well, that one's that big, but you see how Quill's father was big too. He turned himself into a freaking world.
I gotta watch some of this stuff again.
But you do remember Quill's father was a world.
I didn't know he was a world. I don't.
I mean, he made himself into a world. He made his body turned and he built a world out of his own self.
I forgot about that. He was just Kurt Russell. I forgot.
But that whole planet they was on that they was fighting him on was him. It was him. It was his body.
Yeah. Because that's how he was able to like not nerves though, but he was able to,
exactly.
Not
he
only
was controlling
everything. I need to revisit that movie. I have to revisit Guardians of the Galaxy too.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy is one of the only movies, especially the first one, that shows a lot of what these guys look like.
Okay.
As far as the robot versions of them, what they look like big robots and stuff. But yeah.
Okay.
Now J Flix, rumor is too that Galactus might be coming out of this Loki movie too. That's a whole nother side note.
I don't know what.
Did you get that from Rockstar?
Yes.
So I'm not gonna lie.
Steve said the same thing. Steve said he thinks Galactus is going to come out of this too. Mm-hmm. He didn't watch the Rockstar.
He carries the deviant gene and such. Okay.
Don't get me wrong. I like Rockstar.
What's up, Lexi?
But he had me on a wild goose chase with Wanda. So I'm like,
Oh, Manifesto.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't that. That was Wanda.
It was one. It was two of them.
Okay.
And each week I like him. He was wrong. I like him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, we can do the Marvel thing, and we can get J Flix on here. We can do that. I think that'd be cool.
That sounds good.
So as far as the Loki though, I am looking forward to the rest of the season. I am.
Yes. Yeah, and I think it's only, correct me if I'm wrong, is it 6 episodes?
Yeah, 6 episodes. I think it's about 45 minutes.
Something like that.
Well, I think WandaVision was longer because they was on the episode was 20 minutes long.
The first couple episodes, they were straight like
I think that's why it went to 10. I think 8 or 10 episodes.
And Falcon was long too.
No, they only had 6 episodes.
No, I'm saying the time was 55 minutes.
Yeah, but they were
I think that's why they had 6 episodes because they were 55 minutes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so J Flix, we're gonna get you on here. When we can shoot for next week or the week after. You see, we'll talk to you, Jay, and get your schedule together. We know you're busy. You're popular out there.
No, you're the busy person.
Hey, let's not go there today.
Mephisto. Yes, it was Mephisto with somebody else.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Galactus might be coming out of this, which means also could mean Silver Surfer, could mean Fantastic Four. There's a lot of stuff that could come out of this with Loki.
Well, wouldn't Vision be Silver Surfer?
No.
Huh?
They're two totally different people.
No, right, but no. Okay, let me rephrase that. Wasn't Silver Surfer in WandaVision the bad guy?
No.
No, that was just White
That was
Vision.
just another version of Vision.
Yeah.
Oh, so I thought that was Silver. He
No.
would, because technically he's out there.
James is laughing at you.
No, because he was that was the actual. Correct me if I'm wrong. That was the real Vision that the government.
Yes, technically it was the real body Vision.
The real
it just
body
wasn't
Vision,
the real soul Vision,
and not the
mental one that Wanda made.
The
Yes.
yeah. Okay.
But that Vision put his mental self into the original body back.
Yeah, because when they were talking about pirate ships and
Right.
a captain and his mate.
Right.
And cohesive. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
So, but doesn't Wanda and the White Vision gets together?
Don't know if they're gonna how they're gonna handle that yet, but
No. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking in the comments, don't they get together?
I don't know if it's White Vision, but she does hook up with Vision, but I don't remember it being white. James. So
I don't know about that.
Okay, no, I was just curious.
Well, we got another Loki episode tomorrow, and we will we'll talk about that next week too.
We can be
kind of off subject though, but this Loki was actually good. I'm excited to see where it's gonna go. I like timeline stuff. It's pretty cool how they.
I'll check, James.
It's pretty cool how they tied in bad Loki, and I kind of sensed that too. I bet he's gonna be a bad Loki floating around. But if that's the case, then how come they never?
It's just another variant of Loki because of his timeline.
No, I know, I understand that, but I don't think that because Loki messed it up, it created a bad Loki. I think this bad Loki was out there in other universes doing stuff.
Because Loki's a bad mother. Loki's mean. He's a murderer.
See what you got.
Painter.
James, Morpheus is coming out January 28th next year.
This is Loki in his bow to me. This is bad Loki.
So if this bad Loki is out there, I wonder why he never came into the Marvel timeline. Can they do that? Jump into other timelines?
Yeah.
Diva said in the comics she believes the two visions do merge together. Which technically they already did.
Yeah, so it's just Vision. Okay. Yeah.
But Wanda doesn't know that yet. Cause remember he left. He bounced. So he probably bounced and try to figure out his own self before he connects back with her.
Yeah. He did just leave. I was like, where'd he go? Yeah.
Yeah. He probably got a lot to think about right now. But he's not under the control of the government now.
Right. Sure. Okay.
Which means the Avengers need to go find him too. Somebody need to find him.
But I don't think the Avengers know about him. I just only think the TVA know about him.
TVA?
Talking about Vision, right? We're talking about.
Yeah, I apologize. I was wrong.
I was like the TVA.
Yeah, Diva, she does not like Loki.
Okay.
Okay. I gotta get little lady.
Okay. And then I don't know how to read. If y'all wanna read someone. Thank you for joining us. No reading.
Let me see what podcast is on.
Okay. Thanks everyone.
Yeah, I really appreciate y'all participating with us. Definitely all the feedback. We'll figure out when's the time to do a podcast on
just the Marvel.
Well, just the Marvel. Let's just break down the Eternal. Is it Eternals or Externals?
Eternals. Only podcast I see on right now that I follow is none. Tanya's not on. There's no podcast on that I follow, not right at this moment. Except us.
Sub us.
Yep.
We need to get you out there. So, here's this thing, Tony. I'm about to send you this. Look in the group.
Okay. Hold up.
Mm-hmm.
You just sent me somebody?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Loki is a murderer.
I did not know you did like Loki like this.
Murder.
Loki is a murder.
It's murder.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Okay, this is what you sending me? All right, I got it. Let me see.
Yeah, I don't know something, but we could do it.
It's murder.
So even with him, well, he's a murderer to you for who?
For the people that he killed.
In what movie?
In the first Avengers, when he got the Tesseract and he turned Hawkeye, he turned the scientist, he turned everybody to fight for him. And then he went to that museum. He killed people.
All right, the raid started.
Movie.
I didn't know you didn't like him.
4 viewers are going over for the raid.
All right.
I didn't know that. So even through Thor 2, where he kind of like redeemed himself a little bit, or even Ragnarok, you didn't like.
Still murder.
See you next
funny.
Thanks. See you next week. Jay Flex will catch up with you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we raided over, so you can unlive this one.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if you want to talk because I don't know where I'm at.
Oh.